This one picks up from episode 4 where Lucas and Dan, who is Lucas's old army CO, are going over the whole story to try to figure out what happened to the diamonds. So we go back 5 years to where the mission started. They're on another mercenary mission to go and steal some diamonds from who Lazarus calls just a bunch of miners. They land the helicopter and march till nightfall to get to the location. They arrive and scope out the location and send Lucas in alone.
Easy in and out, huh? Especially for the nowhere, man.
I guess they're trying to send a message with that dude hanging there. So Lucas makes it in undetected to the top floor, chokes a guy out with his own weapon, steals the diamonds, makes it back out of the compound, and they're out of there. So now back in the present, Dan reminds Lucas that Jonas said he heard a chopper flying away and wanted to know what kind of helicopter he heard. He gets a picture off the wall and shows him a guy named Damon Lee who was Lazarus's friend. And that guy is also a pilot who was discharged from the army for smuggling contraband. And he says if Lazarus was using him, then he probably knew about the mission and the diamonds, and he and Lazarus might have set up the ambush. So Lucas wants to know where this guy Lee is. He's going to see him. We then cut to the man Damon Lee himself, waking up with his ladies in his mansion, living his best life. There's a strong aroma coming from the table, so he takes a long sniff to see what it is. Then he makes his way out by the pool and takes a phone call where somebody's asking him about a diamond mine.
Hey!
Then it's back to the host. We cut back to the shelter as Neo is finding out that she's been approved through the foster agency to be Nandy's mother. At the same time, Lucas is upstairs writing a letter letting Neo know that he's leaving to go take care of some business.
Lucas!
By the time Neo gets upstairs, Lucas is gone. Would he leave through the window? How'd he not bump into her? Well, while he's driving, she calls him and he tells her, listen, I'm sorry I did it like this, but I'll be back soon. Later, Lucas arrives at Damon Lee's airplane and helicopter charter company where he sees a salt truck. When he goes inside to find out if Damon Lee is there, one of his goons tells him he's not on the premises right now. But there are facial recognition cameras, so Lucas will be found out soon enough. Now, Damon Lee is actually at a salt mine making a deal with African warlords to be able to transport their diamonds covered in salt flakes. So after the warlord threatens his life about the safe transport of his diamonds, they leave, and then Damon gets a call from his man at the charter company that checked the facial recognition software and found out that the guy that showed up, his name is Lucas. So he immediately notifies Lazarus.
Not gonna believe he's back.
Now Lucas is still waiting around at the charter company waiting for the time to go in and get evidence to find out who flew that helicopter out of there 5 years ago. Now he's trying to stay hyped for the mission that he's on now, but then he gets a call from Nandy and Neo about when he's coming back home.
Hey, can we talk a little later?
We miss you.
They gonna get that man killed. So at the same time Lucas is sneaking into the compound, Lazarus is sneaking into the shelter. Neo hears the commotion, sees they have Street hemmed up in the corner. As Street holds it down, he spills no beans, but what's he wearing on his feet? So they knock Street out and continue to search.
Go to sleep.
So Neo grabs Nandi, stuffs her in a little closet in the hallway, calls Lucas, but he's not answering, so she leaves a message. Then she runs down into the basement and turns off the lights. Now back at the charter company, Lucas finds all the evidence he needs to understand the truth of who flew that helicopter out of the jungle 5 years ago. He now knows Lazarus was behind it. But Lucas hears a helicopter coming in and he's on go. Back at the shelter, Neo hears the guys close to Nandi, so she starts making noise downstairs so they come and get her instead. Meanwhile, after that chopper came in, Lucas sees Damon and them congregating out there and starts blasting. Lucas gets into a firefight with Damon, disarms him, and starts to ask questions.
On your fucking knees!
You know you're angry when your voice cracks like that.
On your fucking knees!
But Damon's not talking, so
Go to sleep.
puts him in a helicopter, scares him into talking, and then takes him back to his house. Back at the shelter, Neo fights off the two guys and runs upstairs but gets knocked out by Lazarus. So back at Lee's place, Lucas is going through the salt bags filled with diamonds and then he uses Lee's phone to call Lazarus. Got the diamonds?
Yeah, I've got the diamonds.
I think I got Lucas's voice down. Lazarus tells him, look, I'm going to need those diamonds because I got your bitch and she's going to die if I don't get them back.